you've seen far too much of my face over the course of the evening, so without further ado, I'd love to welcome Donald Smith from the Scottish Storytelling Centre up to the stage to introduce the event. Donald Smith.
It's really nice to be here. It's World Community Arts Day. World Community Arts Day. I thought Johnny Stanton had made that up at first, you know what I mean, as a kind of excuse for this gig, and in fact that might still be true, I don't know. And I had this kind of nightmare vision, you know, Johnny would be broadcast to the whole bloody world. Repeated on a million screens from North Korea to kind of wherever, you know. He maybe is the divine child and successor, who knows, you know. But it is World Community Arts Day, and what more appropriate than that should be celebrated than Craig Miller? Because Craig Miller has inspired a world movement in community arts. It's part of it, and it was at the forefront of it. Now, I've lived and worked in Edinburgh for almost 40 years, and one of the very, very first things, the word on the pavey that I heard when I arrived in Edinburgh was about what was happening in Craig Miller in the community arts. It's a fantastic story. Now, there's been lots of ups and downs, not least for Craig Miller as a community. I mean, dramatic, physical ups and downs in which a community was created, partially demolished, partially rebuilt. It's a struggle and a cycle that goes on. But the key thing is that the spirit of the people who live and work here remains central to what this community can achieve for the future. And it's fantastic to be here and to be celebrating that tonight, not just the past, but what's happening now and the future. And I was thinking about all that just the other week. We were all around Burns Night and all that stuff, and on Burns Night, of course, the night that Burns was born, on the 25th of January, there was a massive storm. The gable wall of the cottage that his own dad sort of built, so they were poor, they were struggling, they were trying to make their way. The whole gable wall of the cottage came down. The mum and the new baby, the whole family had to take refuge in a neighbour's house and all that stuff. And I don't know if any of you, when I was young, used to go down and visit the Burns kind of birthplace, and it was pretty manky, to be absolutely honest. The whole thing was run down. It was at the bottom of the cycle. They were talking about damp was coming in, and of course, typical thing, people said, oh, they should move all these valuable things about Robert Burns to Edinburgh, because he's the national poet and it should all be kept there. And people in Ayrshire fought against that. Gradually they built it back up, and if you go there today, that effort with the support of the Scottish Government has resulted in a fantastic new museum there. And it's the centre of a whole wave of community stuff and regeneration and all the rest of it. And you've got the birthplace and a fantastic garden. And I was down there last year, just as so-called spring. This weekend, incidentally, is the official beginning of spring. You do realise that. Yeah, I'm just going to announce that actually along the way. It is World Community Arts Day, but tomorrow is the beginning of spring. In the old calendar, it was St. Bride's Day. It's the first day of spring tomorrow, so that's worth celebrating. So I'm down there last year, you know, and of course it's force 7 gale and it's blowing and all the rest of it. But that whole place, the garden, the trees coming out, a sense of community pride in the rebirth of something, it was very inspiring, and this wee song came into my head, and I'm going to sing it for you tonight. And this is about the spirit of community, which seizes the moment about people grabbing their right to make their lives and their community and their country strong for itself and for a wider world on Community Arts Day. Fray the bud, the leaves are breaking, trees are dancing, branches sway, blossoms in the wind are blowing, spring has come to floor the day. Tidal green we're lang awaiting, now we're walking table lit. Gin we're lealty in another, coming days may yet be bright. Frae the bud the leaves are breaking, trees are dancing, branches sway. Blossoms in the wind are blowing, spring has come to floor the day. Dark this world wi' cruel violence, folk deny their daily breed. Gin we pit brave hearts the foremost, earth can rise frae dearth and dread. Frae the bud the leaves are breaking, trees are dancing, branches sway. Blossoms in the wind are blowing, spring has come to floor the day. Come all ye and yoke together, sisters, brothers, pond to pond. Wi' the poors o' life o'erflowing, joy may flourish lawn to lawn. Frae the bud the leaves are breaking, trees are dancing, branches sway. Blossoms in the wind are blowing, spring has come to floor the day. World Community Arts Day. Have a great day.